There's something deeply painful, not when your child talks back, but when they stop talking back at all. They nod, they stay quiet, and then they never share their life with you anymore. Today, I'm not here to teach anyone how to raise children. I just want to share 3 mistakes that many adults, myself included, have made when trying to give advice to our children. So many parents have said this to me. They don't listen. They get irritated when I try to help. I'm right. So why won't they hear me out? And most of them share the same feelings: exhaustion, helplessness, and quiet hurt. But here's a truth that's easy to miss. The problem isn't whether parents are right or wrong. It's how the child feels when they hear that advice. We often think, I'm older. I've been through more. I'm speaking out of love. But what the child feels is, I'm being judged. I'm not trusted. I'm not allowed to be myself. This experience is very familiar. A child says, I'm exhausted. An adult hears, you're doing something wrong. And immediately we begin to analyze, give advice, share our past experiences, bring up old stories, when in reality, the child just wants someone to let me finish my sentence. Something I once did wrong, I used to think, if I don't say something now, when will I? But later I realized this: timing matters more than being right. When a child is stressed, disappointed, emotionally wounded, even the best advice can feel like an attack. They may not react, but they remember how it felt. And next time, they choose not to share at all. There's a sentence many of us say often: I'm only saying this because I want what's best for you. It's not wrong, but to a grown child, it often sounds like, my life is being turned into a lecture. We tend to talk too long, talk too much, speak only from our own perspective. While the child hears just one thing: you don't trust me to figure this out myself. Something I realized far too late. Children don't need their parents to be teachers. They need an adult who doesn't judge a safe place to say the wrong thing, permission to not have all the answers yet. When advice turns into a lecture, children don't hear the words. They feel themselves becoming smaller. This is the most subtle mistake, and also the most dangerous one. We often feel our duty is done once we've spoken. Tell ourselves, I've said enough, but we don't ask, what are you thinking? How do you feel? Do you even want to hear more? I've given advice that was gentle, correct, perfectly logical, but I failed to realize this: children don't need us to be right. They need to feel understood. And when they don't feel heard, they will. Nod just to end the conversation. Stay silent to keep the peace. Pull away to feel safe. I didn't learn how to give better advice. I learned how to speak less. I started by asking if they wanted my thoughts, accepting that they might not follow them, letting go of disappointment when they chose differently, and strangely enough, the less I advised, the more they began asking for my opinion. Children don't drift away from their parents because the advice was wrong. They drift away because of how that advice made them feel. If you saw yourself in this story, please like this video so it can reach other parents as well. If you've made one of these 3 mistakes, leave a comment. We're all learning together. And if you'd like to hear more real stories, without lectures, just honest reflections from parenting experience, please follow the channel so we can learn together how to stay closer to our children through understanding, not instruction.